Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Hello, everyone. Carrie here with the Unicorn Company podcast, and today we are looking at the Inner Sphere Recon Lance. Now, this is a Lance pack that was from the Mercenaries Kickstarter. Will be retailing for $29.99, but you can pick it up from our sponsor, Fortress Miniatures and Games, once it is available to the public for $22.49, and it includes a Firestarter, a Javelin, a Spector, and an Ostscout. So let's take a look at what you get with this. Once again, I'll be covering the mechs and the Alpha Strike cards. The pilot cards, I don't use those that often. I don't play Classic that much anymore, and I feel like that's information that I just don't focus on the channel. So we're pretty much going to be leaving that out. So let's take a look at this. We're starting with the Firestarter. Now, the Firestarter is a light mech, and quite frankly, they have done an amazing job of bringing this over to plastic. It very much has a feel of the old 3025 Firestarter, while at the same time having an upgraded look. The mech has a lot of detail to it, and of course I mentioned with the Vulcan, I don't know if I released that video yet, but the Flamers, they have taken a unique way of doing the detail as far as the muzzles, and I do like that. So as far as the mech itself, you get a lot of detail. You get like the little fuel tanks on the side of the shoulders, much like all of the Firestarters we've ever seen. And of course, like the jump jets on the back are very highly detailed. It's a really, really nice looking little mech. As far as details on the arms, I feel like there could be a little bit more crispness on the top of each forearm, where the muzzle of the flamer, or the body of the flamer, meets up into the arm deeper, but it's nothing that's really bad when you look at the overall detail of the mech. Mold lines, there's one on each leg. They're not really bad. You can probably get them off pretty easily with a sanding stick, or with a X-Acto knife. And there is one on the fuel tank up on the mech's left shoulder towards the front, and one on the fuel tank on the mech's right shoulder towards the rear. Also, there are clip points, one at the rear top of each leg. Nothing that's going to be too hard to clean, though. Nothing that's going through any details that's going to make it look bad or anything like that. As far as the Alpha Strike cards you get the FS9-S1 Firestarter, which is 22 points. It's available from the Clan Invasion forward. And it is a battle mech, size 1, TMM2, 12 jump, scout, short and medium of 1, long of 0, overheat of 0, with armor and structure of 3, with specials of anti-missile system, ECM, heat 1-0-0, rear 0 asterisk for short, and then 0-0. Overall, not a bad design. Not the greatest, but it is a light mech, and it's a Firestarter. It does what it does. It's not the fastest thing, and quite frankly, it doesn't need to be. It should be working as part of a team. The other one we have here is the FS9-H. This is the older version. It's 20 points, available in every era. It's a battle mech, size 1, TMM2, movement of 12 jump, scout with a short of 2, medium of 1, and long of 0, overheat of 0, armor and structure of 3, with heat 1-0-0 and rear 0 asterisk 0-0. Overall, I mean, the 2-point bump for anti-missile system and loss of 1 damage at short, not really worth it. All around, it's a fine scout mech. It's also very good at setting fire to things and doing damage to infantry, because infantry tends to not enjoy it when you set them on fire. The next mech we're looking at is the Javelin, and this, I have to say, is an interesting mech simply because it feels a lot like every other Javelin that I've ever seen, only more detailed. It's about the same size as every Javelin miniature I've ever seen. It's like the proportions are all roughly the same. The location of everything is the same. It's just far more detailed, and I do enjoy that. It doesn't look like something that is misshapen or misformed, which was a problem that the older Javelin miniatures usually had. It is pretty clean. As far as mold lines, there's not a lot to talk about. They've done a very good job of hiding them. You do have a clip point near the top of each leg, which is generally normal, and it's in a very dynamic pose. I do like it. And yeah, I mean, not much to say about the miniature overall. I like the miniature. I like how it came out. I like how they've clarified where the cockpit is, and you can actually see the visor or the cockpit glass better. Overall, a really good miniature all around, really well. I love the way they did the vents on the back. Yeah, this is a beautiful miniature and very clean. Like one of the cleanest that I've seen so far out of the Mercenaries Kickstarter. I really, really like how it turned out. So for the Alpha Strike cards, we have the 10N model of the Javelin. It's 19 points, available in every era. It's a battle mech, size 1, TM2, movement of 12 jump, striker, short and medium of 2, long of 0 with no overheat value, armor of 2 with structure of 3 with specials of SRM 2-2, which in casual play or campaign play can be really fun. You can stick infernos in there, armor piercing missiles. Yeah, SRM is fun in non-tournament play. You then have the JVN 12N, which is 26 points. It's available from the Dark Age forward. It is a battle mech size 1, TMM 3. So bump up there in TMM with a 16 jump move. It's a scout. It has 220 for short, medium, long, no overheat value, 3 armor, 1 structure, with case 2, SRM 22, and tag, giving it a little bit of a toolbox ability there with the tag. Also the SRM 22 for like casual and campaign play, but also the case 2 makes it where this cannot be blown up with an ammo explosion. Which, okay, so if you take the critical hit or the structure hit, it's going to die anyway. But if somebody gets a 12 on a hit roll and they get that through armor critical, then you have a chance to survive an ammo explosion, which is pretty good. Next up, we have the Spector. Okay, looking at the Spector, one of the legs has a mold line. Nothing bad though. It's not like it sticks out. I can see it though if I just turn the miniature the right way. The pose is dynamic. I don't know how to put it. It looks like it's moving. It looks like it's doing. It's supposed to be okay. So the Spectre is supposed to be like a cousin of the Exterminator, and they've done a really good job in conveying that. The body has enough of a curved feel to it where I like that aesthetic. Overall look of the model is great. I do see a couple places where there's like a mold line here or there, or a tiny bit, like on the bottom of the little tiny guns on its left arm, there's a mold line. There's clip points on the back of the legs, that's normal. There are clip points. I see one on each arm. One is mid upper arm on the left, and one is at the shoulder on the right. But otherwise, really well done. I really like this model. I like how they did the jump jets. You got nice big openings back there. The leg jump jets are done well, defined well. Once again, beautiful model. Really like it. Looking at the Alpha Strike cards, we have the 5F Spectre, which is 33 points. It's a battle mech, size 1, TMM 3, movement of 14 jump, striker. Available from the Clan Invasion forward. short of 3, medium of 2, long of 0, no overheat, 4 armor, 2 structure, has ECM and ENE, so it's immune to ammo explosions, and I really like how it looks. The 6F is 37 points. It's available from the Dark Age Forward, BattleMech Size 1, TMM3, movement of 16, jump striker with 330 with 1 overheat. So you can kind of push it a little bit. Has armor of 4, structure of 2, and it has reflective armor, no other specials. Personally, I'd go towards that one with the energy, simply because it is always so annoying when someone gets a through armor ammo explosion on you first turn on something. And then finally, we have the Ostscout, which I've talked about the Ironwind Metals Ostscout, and I don't have it here with me to compare, although I think I still prefer my Ironwind Metals one. The model is beautiful. Don't get me wrong, the model is absolutely beautiful. It's in this very dynamic running pose, has a little bit of a torso twist going on, and yeah, mold line wise, they've done an amazing job on this one of, like the place I would expect to see mold lines on this are on the legs. I'm not seeing them. I can see a clip point at the rear bottom of the torso just above the hip, which you would have to clean up. It shouldn't be too hard. The laser in the torso, there's a little bit of a burr around the edge of it. That's easy to clean up. Otherwise, very clean model. I'm quite surprised. I think I can see a mold line right along the top of the torso, but it's not like it doesn't stick out very badly or anything, and that should be easy to clean. Yeah, this is. Oh, there is one on the front also, but it's super minuscule. Should be easy to clean up as well. Very well, very well done model. I would still, like I said, I still prefer the Ironwind Metals one, but if you do want plastic, this is the way to go. And for this mech, we have a double-sided card with, it looks like a standard and royal variant. Okay, so the standard is the 7J, it's 21 points. Available in every era. BattleMech Size 1, TMM3, movement of 16, jump. It's a scout. Short and medium of 1, long of 0, no overheat, 2 armor, 3 structure, with energy as its special ability. The royal version, the 7JB, is 24 points. BattleMech Size 1, TMM3, movement of 16, jump. Sounding familiar. Scout. Short and medium of 1, no overheat, armor of 2, structure of 3, with ENE, probe, and recon. So pretty much it's more toolboxy, it's more scouty, and it's available in every era. Like overall, if you made me pick one for raw usage without the scouting and the toolbox stuff, it would be the 7J. But if you were like, look, you actually need to use it to go find things and stuff like that, it would be the Royal. That is the Inner Sphere Recon Lance at a glance. Really not much else to say about it. Like I said, once it's available, Fortress Miniatures and Games will be carrying it, and they're going to be doing that at a reduced price of $22.49, it looks like. Also, if you would like to support the podcast, or the channel, then you can either go to our Patreon at patreon.com/unicorn company. We try to do stuff for the patrons, which it's very hectic, and I try my best. Sometimes I'm a little late with things that I say, but I try to get everything done. You can do that, and we have tiers as low as $1, although like good stuff like giveaways and stuff like that starts at $5. And if you want to get some awesome dice and support the podcast, then go to thescrapyard.org. You'll find the link in the description below. Any purchases made through that affiliate link does help out the channel as well. So until next time, I hope that y'all have a great day, great evening, great whatever it is where you are. This is Carrie, signing off. I want to thank all of our patrons and sponsors. Starting off, we have at the rank of Captain, Sarah. Then we have our Mercenary Review Bonding Commission representative, also known as our sponsor, Fortress Miniatures and Games.
We then have our lieutenants, Boy in a Box, Haley, and Nathan. Our sergeants, Blind Zen Archer, Gus, Faz, and Steven. And let's not forget our cadets, NB Kaiju, Jamie, and Scott. Thank all of you for supporting the podcast and the channel. And if you would like to support us, and you can go to patreon.com/unicorncompany, where we have a number of tiers. One might just fit you. So thank you all very much and have a good day.